Now we'll see what happened on Raw. And therefore rating to be an A because, well, okay, for stars, it's a Raw and a Smackdown review for this week. For this past week in a minute. It happened to be quicker because of the Labor Day weekend, making this week short. And the whole thing is like the beginning, like the Miz and the Miz Taraj. Yeah, he should be having this moment because, you know, what's the more he's on a company that can charisma. Yeah, he hasn't even done a championship. But even for the Raw Universe Championship, that really would be something. I think WWE don't want to relive the last 7 years ago. They don't want to relive 2011 a year. Because they know one of their superstars, the former superstars who remain nameless, is no longer in the company. They got a big legal issue with them. So they don't want to bring up old wounds and stuff. That's what that is. It's okay, I'm going to say their name. I'm going to say his name. You know who he is, you know who he is. But I'm not going to do that. You know. And where's the promo with John Cena and Roman Reigns? Well, that is a good promo, yes. It was made up, if any. And yeah, John Cena found somebody he met his match in. You know, looking in the rear view because you can't intimidate this guy a whole lot. And nothing against John Cena, but John Cena can't intimidate this one. This one won't back down to him like Chris Jericho did in the past. Edge did, Randy Orton did. Who else did? The Big Show, to name a few. This guy is not backing down to him. Roman Reigns is not backing down to John Cena. Oh yeah, and The Rock, which I left out. Because Roman Reigns will throw back out what John Cena put out. Whatever you throw out, whatever you dish out, that he can take and he can throw it right back 10 times, if not probably more, in the promo. So it's a war of words practically every week, which is getting more and more good, huh? I guess they make it Raw look more and more better than the Smackdown weekly basis now. Where Smackdown used to get back up again. You know, like the round, the Rocky movie. And the old guy, saying, "Get up, you bum. One more round. One more round." That's what SmackDown needs to do. Not just, you lose the fight, but you win in life. You need to get back up. So, Raw is like Ivan Drago, or SmackDown is Rocky Balboa. It needs to get back up again. And I watched SmackDown, but I haven't really seen Becky Lynch as much, probably, that if I ever watch it. Not really watching it right now, so late. Mostly I'm seeing Natalia squaring off with Carmella, and usually for a minute I did see Lana trying to help Tamina, but I think there's speculation that I don't believe in all that news, fake news, that Lana will be leaving pretty soon. She'll be leaving with Rusev, leaving around or something like that. I don't know. See, WWE does have talent, but it's what the plans you have for them. It's up to you. Charge the company, you get to say who gets to be in what program again, quote unquote. If there's nothing really for Rusev, then I guess I probably wouldn't see him as much, being the greatest heel he would be, But some parts so okay, because you need a rival, You need a foe that tries to foil your plans, stuff like that. For justice, and everything. You need that in the story. You have a hero, you gotta have a villain. And Batman had the Joker. Spider-Man had everything he had. He had, with Dr. Octopus and Superman had Lex Luthor. And whatever, Luke Cage, or Lucas, he had Cottonmouth. And that's what he had, whoever, All the rest of them, they all have the villains and stuff like that. And the thing about that is Marvel and DC. I just put Marvel and DC comics together. Yeah, ain't that something? Wow. I know Superman is DC. Okay. I know Spider-Man is Marvel. Luke Cage is Marvel. Jessica Jones is Marvel. Daredevil is Marvel. I get that, yes. No need to correct here. I even buy my comics now. Look up online where they with. Excuse me. And I also know now that what we're dealing with is the product being smacked up in the middle of storylines that need to be fleshed. Not everything's truly bad. It's just a matter of twisting and getting things out that need to be real great. That's what that is right there. Now we don't criticize and judge too much. I mean, you could do more writing, but you only spend so much time in the production room trying to get everything out and get your ideas together. Smackdown. This is this Raw and Smackdown. Smackdown side. Not that much interesting. See, every week. I guess Raw trying to beat up, catch up to Smackdown. Raw's trying to be better now. It's like one-upsmanship here and there, like a weight scale. You know. I'm seeing Carmella try to the match against Natalia, and yet James Edwards think he's gonna put in the briefcase in the program, and Carmella's looking sad. No, I'm not getting mad because it's not the match and stuff. Because he thought it was the right moment at the right time. He didn't know. But I guess Carmella made fun and say, "Oh, you're not human." You know, she kissed him like it and say, "You're doing things my way for now." We was always doing things your way, Carmella. He was always doing things her way. WWE, that programming with Carmella and Natalia, that was always done her way mostly. When you ever not do anything Carmella's way? Because most of the time Carmella was taking the reins. James Ellsworth was just the mouthpiece. Like Enzo used to be the mouthpiece to Big Cass over on Raw. Into Big Cass turned on Enzo. Enzo the 2-5 hour who's it? And somebody we don't hear that says that, oh, you say you don't like Enzo, you say he's not the best, you say you go back to NXT to learn wrestling skill because he's not really wrestling, but he does talk a little bit. And I guess he will fight some if you don't 205 live. But there is somebody in the ring who wants to wrestle and doesn't exactly wrestle. I'm just going by fast and what I've seen alone. There's people, you tell me storyline, people that wrestle and they just talk but don't wrestle. Or they commentators or they're managers of wrestlers. Paul Heyman doesn't wrestle but speaks for Brock Lesnar sometimes. Over Brock Lesnar's in a program on Raw. Jim Ross back when he was in the company commentating for Raw, SmackDown, whatever. He commentates for the Manion Classic, well, as I know right now. And I told you a little bit, he doesn't really wrestle. But he wrestles, but he has somebody wrestle for him, like maybe John Cena or Randy Orton. Maybe everyone was a good guy, first trial right after that. So he tough. But yeah, there are people in the storyline programming that don't wrestle. I know most of my facts. Some I would like to think I do. They wrestle and talk. But some who talk don't wrestle. And so is one of them. He doesn't really wrestle, but wants to be wrestling, wants to fight. But he talks. He's a good talker. That's good for him. It's okay. There's no real hate against him. It's just that he talks and talks and talks and talks all the time. And I just get to a point when he doesn't talk. When he doesn't talk. When he does he have an off switch. It was like one of those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in the day. Forget one of the characters, one of the turtles. And they kept talking, and one of his fellow friends said, "You have an off switch?" And anybody never really asked Enzo that after Big Cass, or he just goes on and on and on and on. When he come down the ring, he just talks. You just get the one. Does he really actually just get down to business? He doesn't really actually just do that. He just talks every time. It was part of his gimmick, telling, his rivals or his opponents that they're SWAFT, soft, or whatever, and just calling them out and stuff. Nothing really wrong with just that what we usually do, talk. There's some wrestlers that actually go and they talk and they fight, they back up. Like I see attitude like The Rock. You would talk most of the time, but sometimes you just go out there and just fight, kick your ass. That's what he would do. or Stone Cold Steve Austin, whatever, even though we would actually talk, but let's use marriage stuff in the storyline. But there's all the talk, you know. That's what I think, you know. That's just what it is. Just could just be me, whatever. Um, yeah. Can't worry about what you're thinking, Dean Ambrose. Go ahead and say what you say, and I say what I say. This is my opinion. It's not 100% gospel. It's like opinion 100% gospel, you know. And somebody was wrestling, man, saying, you know, there's a lot going on. Right? He was saying different stuff, and I don't know what it's big enough for. It's big enough for a lot of miscommunication and why accusations, because a lot of name dropping. Okay, you know. And in spite of all the news, you know, JBO stepping down for the other dudes and his charities to help kids. And forget the name of organizations, but I'll come across it anyway, and I'll go to another video where I actually explain what it is. Because there's a lot going on personally anyways. Time being meshed up and all that. With personal priorities with family and stuff. And trying to get this job stuff straight and this writing stuff straight. And a lot of other stuff. But anyway, he and JBO no longer commentating for Smackdown. And who's going to place for him? Corey Graves. Says, you know, he's not that on Raw. He's going to be on Raw and on Smackdown. As you WWE, you just want to have triple threat. You just want to be on main event. Everybody already watches main event. I don't know, but I don't really watch main event except for it on local TV. Only times this network really interested in watching main event. I catch it online, but I don't really look at main event because I'm like, they had Saturday main event, they had main event, but they just like, right? They just want to shorten the main event. Because you know the main event tours don't actually come on main event all the time. You will never really have John Cena Reigns or one coming unless they want to do it. Because they're already on Smackdown enough. And that pay-per-views, that's just probably too much for them on their schedule, let alone. That's people, I'm just saying, they probably don't want to do that. And Finn Balor challenged him for the Raw Universal Championship. Isn't that kind of old, though? So he probably just go and get the Intercontinental Championship, United States Championship, and then go back to the Raw Universal Championship up there in the ring like a year from now. Up to you, though. Whatever. My decision, but isn't it a little old to keep mentioning all the time? The thing with Bray Wyatt. Yeah, Bray Wyatt would be good in promos and be somewhere in your championship. He was getting half the chance at it. But maybe they just have him just tormenting people. That's just what his story is supposed to be, amongst all things. And yeah, that's how it would be sooner or later. I mean, you just think about it though. And I would never guess it on SmackDown, but you actually shit like more win that match in Randy Orton, so you can go up against Jinder Mahal for the championship, and somebody selling out about time. Actually, it kind of is, and it really is, because it hasn't been long enough for the championship. Any heel champion will have a title, long title reign of like mostly 6 or 7 months to a year, not 5 or 6 months. That's quick enough and long enough to be a champion or a champion, but not quite long enough. So you want him to drop it at No Mercy or Hell in the Cell? Fine. But he probably gonna get it back again in Survivor Series and keep it until Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, every way the program fits for to see fit. And then for SmackDown, for instance, Kevin Owens was coming out and Interrupt and James Ellsworth can come out before that. I just mentioned a few. But it looked like there was some split up. I read some false news online. Let me tell you about this fake news. Because I read online that Camille was saying that they would do it. They're not do if she kissed him. And somebody said, telling Big Cass. Big Cass ain't gonna do nothing unless they want him to in the program. He ain't gonna do jack, spot, anything. Although I'm thinking in my mind he should, but it's not up to me. We can't imagine Big Cass getting angry beating up James Ellsworth for getting time with his girlfriend in real life. But that's too much the real thing, because he want to keep their personal relationships out the story. Except for as a married couple, as the Miz and Maurice, or Nikki Bell and John Cena, because they want to bring it out. That's why. Some people are different. Different strokes for different folks, y'all. Shoot. Big Cass is different, because most of the time he's quiet going on other people's stuff like either insults. He's quiet enough not to want to tell his business with him and Carmella. So So I'm bagging off of that, because he's different. You don't want to tell his stuff. You don't want to put his story in there and say, oh yeah, I'm a Carmella in the story. You don't want to put that in there. So we don't respect that until he's not going to do nothing. So James Hill was going to be dealing with where he deals with Carmella, and that's going to be on him. But James also kind of remind me of somebody, an actor and a comedian that had a sketch comedy shows in a movie not long ago that I watched on TV. I watched at the show, and I think watched at the show, and I watched on cable. And it comes on every once in a while frequently when it does. And it's called Malibu's Most Wanted. That's the name of the movie. And it reminds me of Jamie Kennedy's character. I forgot what the character's name was. He's B. Riz or B. No, that was A. Mile. B. Rabbit. But he don't remember B. Rabbit. He reminds me of Jamie Kennedy's character. Because that's how James Ellsworth come off. He come off like he was supposedly got the girl at first and all that. But the girl in the movie Malibu's Most Wanted, Carmella has nothing on her. With the hat, she's Staten Island or whatever. She's not really Staten Island. Wherever she's from. Whatever. I forget. Okay? So what? I can't keep up with all this information what's going on in my life. I'm going to look it up again and do another video on it. Whatever. So soon. I can't remember everything. But Shane McMahon comes out and says, you're not going to interrupt another match again. And referee Kevin Owens back and forth with Mission His Kids. You don't have to pull me Mission His Kids and get in trouble for it. And say it one more time and Shane back and forth. And then Daniel Bryan come out and Shane McMahon suspended. And why? Definitely because Daniel Bryan at the time, but the Miz was on talking smack and called him out. He wanted to punch him out and everything. So you remember that, right? When Nate Young was hosting with him. But the Miz was starting over Nate Young. And Nate Young never did get suspended. She didn't catch much heat because she's a woman. That's a double standard. And Mr. McMahon's a double standard in WWE. Okay, when there's a woman that's being insulted and called out for her personal relationship, when the Miz was calling out with Nate Young about her relationship with Dean Ambrose, and you saying that promo, and you want to know, like the wrestler, you sleep with one of them. She smacked the mess up out of the Miz. She didn't catch heat. Then you brought in and come on and suspend. I guess it's indifferent because they all buddy. But as soon as Shane McMahon gets provoked verbally like that, and physically and all that, because Shane won, Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens and AJ Styles both consecutively, they put their hands on him. So he's going to be thrown back. And he told them at SummerSlam. And I saw the baby, and that's what happened. The Floyd Mayweather thing, that time. Yeah, the better person won that, huh? I guess McGregor wants to come back, but we're not talking about the UFC. We're talking about WWE. That's another video. Yeah, that's what happened. So, I guess I'm thinking, Chevy Bear's gonna bounce back and get out of the suspension. Once there's a truce for him and Kevin Owens, it could break out a turn. It could break out a swerve. You never know what might happen out of it. But that's what changed anything else, more than anything else anyway. So you wanted this program to be the way it is. I ain't want Shinsuke Nakamura. You probably would have the world title. Most of you probably won't go all the way. I ain't watching anyway. Somebody. He can't speak right English anyway. Most of y'all call him Sushi Chef. I'm just calling him the new guy, the newbie that's trying to learn English in this here state. Trying to learn English. The newbie chef. Sushi Chef, I'm calling him newbie chef. He's trying to learn things. And you're already ordered. Pick your force. You already want to be world champion because from Jinder Mahal or you want Nakamura to be. Because it ain't gonna get no better than that. Let somebody else come in and get it. But Kevin Owens, yeah, he pushed the buttons when he mentioned his family. You're mentioning a man's family. There's two things you gotta know. You want a woman, you're mentioning their relationship. So they face with their boyfriend or their husband or whatever, because that gets you smacked. And another thing you don't mention, with a man, you don't mention their kids. Because you push that kid's button. Didn't Kevin Owens learn anything from when Paul Heyman did that with Goldberg when he came back at the beginning, in the last year, beginning of this year. And Goldberg said, "You mention my kids one more time, Paul." And everything. And you want to attack him, but you want to with Brock Lesnar too. Because Brock Lesnar said, "I don't care about kids." Like he told Heath Slater that time he was going to try to get pushed at the time during the class. Although you're working your hands on the superstars. But when you draw the line between putting your hands on the superstars in the story and then provoking you verbally by mentioning your kids, there has to be a line that has to be drawn though, sooner or later. You know, Paul Heyman could have mentioned Triple H's kids, Triple H and Stephanie kids to Triple H and Stephanie. Now, at first Triple H back in the day was nice with it before the brass ring was like, don't mention my kids, because he could easily kick your butt if you kept doing it, but he will hold back, you know. But then, when she kept doing it again, Stephanie McMahon comes and says, whatever mention kids, and she goes full on pounce, like a lion, and just throws and attacks him and scratches him. Now, you mess with a woman and their kids, they're like mama bear. You mention them and ever threaten and verbally, assault their kids, they kick your butt. That's what they do. When you messing with a guy, a different guy, like Shane McMahon, whoever, they kick your butt. Yeah. You press that children button. James said, oh, what with Daniel Bryan? I think Daniel Bryan didn't missing that. But they didn't want to write that, though. WWE's logic, unless the any company, falls on deaf ears. Because logic don't work well with this real world with them. It don't work well with it. That's too much like right. But yeah, anyway, that's what's going on. So you actually shit like a more as champion. You wanted that. And you got what you wanted and you didn't want it. That's on you. But when you want it, you want that. That's also on you. You're not there what you want. Until the end.